Fair warning. I'm not nice and I don't seek to be respectable. I'm not asking y'all for anything because y'all can't and won't be both my savior and my oppressor. I don't want reform. I want to turn this building into luxury, low-cost housing. These will make some really nice apartments to me. Firstly, stop using black children as photo opportunities because they're cute now, but in 10 years, they're black male suspect in red shirts and khaki shorts. Eating cookies and drinking milk with children does not absolve you of your complicity in their oppression and denigration, Rick Smith. Because Kansas City will spend more on police than education and then try to encourage children to feast with their oppressors. Y'all are really weird. It's asinine to be called radical or a homegrown terrorist for not wanting government employees to kill citizens in any instance. So I'm not here begging anything of soulless white folks and self-preserving black folks. You get one life, and you all in this room have chosen profits over people, and that's pathetic. So I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes reading y'all for a filth, something I'm sure nobody has ever done. Nathan, the gentleman in the vomit-colored men's warehouse suit in desperate need of Bosley and a haircut, a former FBI agent who exudes white privilege and is the epitome of mediocrity, and who loves Trump so much that he hired his former attorney general at his firm. And it's so sweet because he spent most of this meeting looking away with his head in his hands. Or Mark, Pastor Mark of Victorious Life Church on 34th and Paseo, where the mission is to provide a place and opportunity to worship Jesus Christ and preach a message of hope and faith through God's holy word in the building. Meanwhile, he's subjecting black people to terrorism and un-Christ-like behavior at the hands of KCPD outside the building. And Kathy, Miss, I'll get here before the other commission members, so I look as if I have empathy, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say. Meanwhile, I didn't have anything else to do at 8 o'clock in the morning but be rich and white and retired, so I'm here early. Or Don, owner of Wagner Investments, Blue Note LLC, and part owner of the Royals, another rich and white and disconnected and out of touch person with nothing but pure apathy seeping through the bulging veins of your paper-colored skin. You age like trash when you're racist and subject others to violence.
My God.
And David, you don't get a vote, but it'd be a shame if your really progressive students at UMKC Block School of Management knew you were a cop lover in 2020. I don't think they would be a huge fan of that. In 2020.
Nope.
In 1960,
What year
maybe.
is it?
But this is 2020.
It's 2020.
And Q, had I not spent the entirety of the last 6 months dragging you, I would have more to say, but I don't. And Rick, I won't even begin with you, because I don't care enough about you
Ma'am, your time
to
is up.
start,
I don't
but you
give
will
a
have to
fuck.
spend overtime in a chapel at the end of your life. You have blood on your hands, and while these idiots hold you on a pedestal, God does not honor injustice and murder.
Oh.
Anyways, I'll leave you soulless, profit-driven, avaricious, greedy, God-forsaken humans, including anyone who works in this building,
Talk that shit.
with one Bible verse from the Bible,
Come on, bow your
detailing
heads.
the life of Jesus Christ, who was another unarmed black man murdered by authorities in the book you hellbound people claim to love so much. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? You're really funny. Kiki.
May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and the hearing of his word. Amen. Who is you?
I'm Nero. And I want to say shout the fuck out to KJ Brooks for reading for filth
Ooh, that
of
brought
the
me joy.
Kansas City Board of Police Directors, I believe what it was.
Ooh, amen. Well, you heard me. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and the hearing of his word. Y'all, that's the only thing that done brought me joy the last few days. She had my mouth open. I'm the baby that was in the background that was stirring the whole time. Because how could you not react? Even if she was reading me, I'd be like, well, and who was the one who tried to time? You see, everybody else just shut the hell up. They was like, just take it.
Nice try.
No, it's time. Are you kidding me?
I'm speaking.
You don't got nobody else on the roster. What else you doing? Child, like I said, this Nyambi. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
Yeah.
And this is episode
What is it?
353.
With the vomit colored shirt.
Woo!
Jesus, go ahead.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on, baby?
We back, y'all. Lord have mercy. What an eventful week. As you're listening, we may or may not know who is the projected president.
Nope.
Honestly, if we even know who the projected president is, they about to go through a whole lot of litigation. So let's stay prayed up for an official word down. What we hoping around Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Probably around Thanksgiving, so he can so that one in office now can go ahead and litigate and recount and stop the votes and send, as hopefully President-elect Joe Biden said, the poor boys out and to go police it. Child, ain't it been a time?
It has been a time.
Don't worry, we gonna give y'all the update on in our little views of election night, how we spent it and what we know as of now, which is November 4th, Wednesday, because we record the day before. But let me see. What's my first chart? Okay, before we get into the shit, let's start a little lighter. Is that okay?
Let's start light.
Okay. So OWN has great television. Is there an award show for the best television network out? Because Oprah's taking it. So in 2 weeks we got her cooking show started. But what started this past weekend, y'all, was Ready for Love, which is Will Packer and cousin, uncle, nephew, same thing, relative Tommy.
Sis
cuz Tommy who hosting it. Performing the Black Love. You know, it be Ready to Love, I love it, but it always be borderline toxic black male for me. Like, I think I like nephew Tommy, but they need Auntie Susan on there too, because sometimes they be like, I don't know, they be in their mail bad. Mm-hmm. To be like, well, how can you do it? And brother, how, like, I feel like the women never have no one to go to and like bounce ideas off of and or get the host and the other man in check. But it was cute. It was a bops. I think they're in Houston this time. As Nerum said, why don't they get normal people? Nerum don't think these normal people.
Every one of them motherfuckers on there got abs.
Oh, you mean like body type?
Yes.
You said ain't no body diversity?
Ain't no body diversity on there.
You said everybody got a flat stomach and 50.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, daddy issues, mother issues. They got some baggage too. I don't know why these shows don't require therapy. I guess that'd be, Mona said, not on her watch.
No.
Mona said, this is the therapy. We're going to see all of this.
This is catharticism.
What are you talking about? But it was cute. I always just enjoyed the black version of the Black Bachelor. That's what this reminds me of. But it's a cute bop. But what was just felt my soul up from the top to the bottom was Iyanla Vanzant is back. Queen.
Beloved.
Vanzant. And y'all know who was on there. It was Bucky, a.k.a. Shay. Baby girl who was from Flavor of Love. Baby girl who was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And another Love and Hip Hop Miami. Beautiful girl, right? Beautiful girl. Charm School.
What else Bucky been on?
Just all the whole thing. But it turned out everybody got healed except Bucky. First thing I want to say, Bucky has a beautiful family. Her mother is beautiful, light spirit. Her brothers are handsome, smart, well-accomplished black men. One is a doctor, I think PhD doctor. One is an up-and-coming artist. But like, you know how you just get on the family sometimes, you be like, oh, I can see this from the door. Mm-hmm. But this, I was like, oh, okay, let me see what happened. Don't get me wrong, every family got their shit. But, you know, it was more so the story or the trope, we can call it what we want, where like black mama, single black mama, because daddy left. I forgot why daddy left. Or maybe he might have just left the relationship and mama had to carry the heavy weight. And black mama, I'm assuming because black mama ain't never got it, really didn't show affection. Right? I like how Iyanla says, and I know we talked about this, Shay's mother was an excellent provider, but not the best mother. Yeah. And them sometimes can be in one or they can be separate. And I do argue that black folks, we spend so much time just trying to survive that we don't get in the space of thriving and caring and all. Because you just don't got the bandwidth. If you working 2-3 jobs, taking care of the family, like sometimes you just don't got it. So I get it. But I loved how Iyanla like worked through each of them. I won't give spoilers. Nia say I always say I won't give spoilers, and I give all the spoilers. I give one though. Shay, I when I grow up, I want to be as impeccable with my word as Iyanla Vanzant is. That's all I got to say. Because Shay tried it. Y'all can get this from the previews. Like, I'm not giving away that. But Shay was Shayin'. And Shay thought this was a Mona Scott production. And she was giving 5-star reviews with Mona Scott. But what she forgot was this is Iyanla Vanzant own production. And Iyanla she'll play with you, right? She always come in and be like, you ain't gonna like me at the end of this. And here's Shay, I like you, Miss Iyanla. I'm ready to heal, Miss Iyanla.
Mm-hmm.
And Iyanla, no, you're not, beloved. And 10 minutes later,
fuck that bitch.
I don't care. And Iyanla, I'm stopping this right now. I'm not gonna do nothing with you. All while, for the folks who watch it, was it just me, or were you enamored with Iyanla when she was eating them hot Cheetos, when she was cussing out Shay, and she refused to let go of the Cheeto while she was putting her in her fucking place?
Miami scene so seen.
What you mean I seen so seen?
Because she's like, it's those hot Cheetos.
Iyanla was like, listen, you can do the healing you want, but you won't be getting it from me. And she held tight to her word too. But overall, I thought it was a good episode, right? For all what it could be. I would say her family got the healing, right? I think the difference with the Shay family and all that is that they came there for a healing, right? And Shay came there for a gig. Mm-hmm. And them two different things. And I think that's even what the family was saying. Like, yeah, we know you do that, but like, we not a reality show. Like, this is our real ass life. And I think Shay was in the mindset of being performative.
Right.
Like, on 10, no matter what. And it showed. And I would say her family did let the guard down. One thing I will say shady though, Black mamas, stop acting like y'all don't know y'all do damage. Listen, all parents, even if you do everything, what's the famous pediatrician, Dr. Polk, even if you do everything that Dr. Polk and Brene Brown tell you to do, okay? Working through shame and guilt and fearlessness and all of those vulnerability, even if you do all the things right, your kids still don't have a piece of trauma. And that's okay. That gives them character. And the thing is, hopefully you built them up strong enough that they recognize what that is and they get their own healing. But Black mama killed me. Iyanla was like, what's going on with you? She was like, I know. Well, Iyanla was like, why are you here? He's like, oh, because my daughter Shay got a little problem with me. And Iyanla was like, what about your sons? No, not my babies. Cutting that scene. Sons, why you think you're here? Because of the problem with my mama. And this is Iyanla. Come here. Mama, sit down. Don't say nothing.
Not you,
Sons,
Mabel.
why you here? Okay, don't say nothing, mama. Mama, come out. Did you hear what your son say? How you feel? Like, it was just simple shit. Like, whereas us as a brown community, we need to invest in family meetings. We need to just have family meetings that are a safe space where we can provide each other feedback with no response. Because even just being a child of very strong-willed Black parents, and I would say my parents are pretty open. Anytime I try to give them feedback or share my lived experience, they got a whole odyssey, fairy tale and folklore on how they got there. Where it was like, oh, I'm not saying you're a bad parent or a bad parent person. I'm just letting you know my lived experience and how that is impacting me as an adult. And honestly, all you had to say was okay. It's not, you can't heal that.
Right.
I can heal that.
I hear and affirm you.
And a part of my healing process is being able to say that out loud to you. And I'm not expecting you to do shit with it because I'm grown. But I think sometimes the parents miss the mark on that. Where part of the healing is just to say, okay. Like that, parents, I'm telling you, if any of your kids come to you with the shit, you say, okay, let me know if I can help you in any part of your healing. That literally all you got to say. And you can go on and sip your Hennessy.
Okay.
What you think about that, Nero?
No, I think that's true. I think especially in the Black community, because we have a lot of those politics.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's no taking away. Of course, our parents worked hard. Of course, I see them as humans, and I don't know if I could have did what they did with what they had. I'm not taking away any of that.
And I understand that, but Black folk always trying to use the saying, "Well, you only got one mama, you only got one daddy,
and it was bad.
You gotta respect them."
It was bad.
And it's like all these respectability politics, and it's like, of course, yes, you did everything you could to provide for me, but you was a trash ass mama.
Yes, some of these things that happened affected me in a certain way.
You know,
that's it.
As Naomi said, you never heard a kid say, "My mama gave me too many hugs."
Yeah. You know, people don't be on their deathbed to be like, what was one thing you regret? I wish my mom stopped hugging me. I wish she stopped telling me I love them. But it was just an interesting dynamic in that. And even seeing, and I have empathy and compassion for all parents, my own, all of that, right? So I know they're doing the best they can. They're human. But if I had for all parents, is like, take that out of it, right? Like, just receive it. And know that it has no implications on being good or bad parent overall. Because I think that's what they get caught up on. Like when you're like, you was a trash ass mom. You don't mean they're a trash mom. You mean this situation that played out had a trash impact on me.
Right.
Not that you're a trash human or you're a trash mama. No, of course not. You did what you had to do. You worked what you can work with. You can't go back in history and redo it. You did the best you could do with what. But that doesn't mean I then hold back my lived experience.
Right.
So, I can't wait to see what my child gonna say about me. They probably gonna be like, Lord, if she asks me one more time how I'm feeling. What do you think the feedback gonna be now?
I don't want to talk about this no more. I would like to just write it down.
I want you to just write it down because I will give that an option because there's multiple ways you can utilize your voice. Anywho, y'all check that out. Also on some good black news, y'all see Sierra and Russell Westbrook launch the Why Not You Academy. They said it's the first of many public charter schools. Of course, Sierra and Russell, y'all know I be teasing them a lot. And I be teasing Sierra and them, but that's amazing as always. Can I have one thing to say about this? Can I pause?
What you got?
That's amazing. I'm glad they did it. Sierra and Russell be praying, be getting money. They be tithing. They got beautiful children. Their skin is clear. All those things. I stand. Side note, take them out of it. Not to make this personal. All these athletes are building all these schools. One of two questions. Why don't they all just come together? Or why don't they fix the schools that's already there? So I'm gonna need my K through 12 professionals to come help me a little bit. Y'all know I'm K-12, I'm higher ed. So this is a little bit out my purview. Mm-hmm. When I used to think of charter schools, I used to think of them in the equivalence of like higher ed for profit, like the University of Phoenix. Like that used to be, and I know it's not. Mm-hmm. So I need y'all to come educate me. How are all these charter schools interacting with each other? Where they getting the money from? What does this mean for the other charter schools that aren't chartered by athletes? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And then what does this then have to, with the implications that happen with my taxes that go to the public school? Like LeBron got him a school. They got him a school.
Diddy got a school.
Diddy got a school. Jalen Rose got a school. They got that school up in Harlem. It's a lot of individual schools. Mm-hmm. Is that the most productive? Do white people got these many schools? I guess they do. They just call them boarding schools and Catholic schools. Mm-hmm. I guess. I just need more information on these. When they all pop. And then who has Russell and Sierra hired to run?
It wasn't Umar Johnson. I can tell you that.
Umar. And Umar, brother, is just looking. He got a plot of land. Where the land at next to Frederick Douglass' grave? I don't know where's that. He got this plot of land where he said he waiting to get what he's waiting on.
I don't know what he's waiting on.
Can't be money. Probably money.
Probably money. Look, I'm just going to type in
Umar Johnson School of Freedom. What is it called? Umar Johnson School for the Escape Nigga. What is Negro?
I don't know.
It's something like that. But I'm just holistically, all these schools are partnering up. I love education. I love, let me get all this man's school right. It's the Freedom Academy. Frederick Douglass, Medgar Evers.
Yeah, I think so.
Freedom Academy. I think that's what it is. So let me not play too much. But could y'all help me to unpack that? Do you know, Daryl?
I know a few things. So the first thing is tax benefits. So I think A, taxes, B, bureaucracy when it comes to public schools and things of that sort.
Okay.
And then C, like you get more credit if you do it alone than if you get together.
Oh, you mean they trying to stunt? They trying to put they down
it's
on
a mixture of stuff. I think it's a mixture of that.
You want the control if you put so much money in.
Yeah, like A, taxes. So I want my name on this.
True.
So then that also raises the profile of them.
Yeah.
That, it goes back to, I don't know, we talked about it here, about how do you press people who are in like your social economics.
I created a whole ass school. What?
So like, I think they got to the point where like they're at the top tier where the only way to impress their peers is to give away as much money as possible. Yeah. So one way to do that is to like, I create a whole ass school. So I got that. Tax benefits, because if they put a lot of money up into it. I think the notoriety is another thing. And then I think the other thing is bureaucracy, right? Because like you can, let's just say, we got a grip of money. And like we were like, all right, we want to donate to the Detroit public schools.
I was gonna say the Frederick Douglass Academy by
but
Umar
like,
Johnson.
Because you talk about like taxes and like public schools.
All that just come together because it's like there's so many. Maybe I don't understand the regulation or the accreditation of K through 12 if there is one. But I don't even have kids. But I'm like, how as a parent do you even determine what school to send your kid to? I guess do you look at rates in which they get accepted to college, or I don't.
So I was thinking about that. Like, we get a grip of money. We want to get back to Detroit Public School. I'm pretty sure like there's a whole bunch of bureaucracy shit that goes along with that.
True.
To say, all right, we want to give y'all $1 million. And it's like, all right, what school is going to go to?
So how you
or
gonna
like,
split
how
it
you
up?
going to split $1 million of a city?
First of all,
already
do
on
we
the
even like you enough to take the $1 million?
So I think that's one thing, right? And then I think also it's location, right? Like, so take that same example, and you talk about like Texas, where Texas education K through 12 usually influences like all the other United States.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
like the Texas school board, like whatever textbooks they buy.
Oh, okay. I
usually,
think I did know that.
Like
Yes.
the people around the
'Cause
United
it's so
States
big,
buy,
right?
because the school district is just so big
Yeah.
that
And
everybody
there's
else
so many
gets this,
kids
right?
there. Yeah.
So you think about like the whole Common Core, I think it was what it's called, right? And even though how trash that is, say you want to go in and try to like affect that. Hell, we can't even get online like on par as a company, as a country, to figure out the elections, right?
Who's gonna be the fucking president?
And who's gonna be the fucking president?
be
Who's
a
gonna be the
popular
Senate
vote.
and things of that sort, right? Like we can't even get on the same page about like electoral college versus popular vote.
Gotcha.
How you think we're gonna get on the same level when it comes to like
The other stuff.
education in Texas?
True. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because again, I'm happy for them. Like I just wanted to pause and open up a whole new topic. I'm not talking about Sierra and Russell in particular, but it's just you just hear keep themes and it's just like, damn, is it easy just to open up a school? Like, is it just like getting a 503C? Like, and now we got the Nirma Nayambi School of Black Love. Come on, just asking.
Okay.
Nira, what's going on with you?
First things first.
Ooh, okay, we can start with good stuff. What we gonna do?
First things
Nero
first.
got juice.
Ooh, I got so much juice.
Nero got sauce.
So first things first. Shout out to Queen Mother Beyonce for dropping Queen Mother Beyonce for dropping Drip 2 Ivy Park. Also shout out to her for having size exclusivity.
Yes.
And gender exclusivity in her gear.
I actually prefer size and gender inclusivity.
Because he just has some gender neutral stuff. And also, them bitches went up to 4X and
Ooh.
damn near everything she got.
Watch out for the big boys,
Man.
girls. No, what we call you? We say you a king size.
King size snap.
It went up plus size and king size.
Yes.
Wow.
So, I went ahead and got me a little outfit
He did.
because, I got the plug.
He did. Quiet, maybe.
So I got me a little outfit. I got the emerald green tracksuit with the matching hat. Got Nyambi. What'd I get you?
Got a fanny pack.
Got Nyambi a fanny pack because I was like, nah, you want to match it? You want to match it?
No, I don't want to do all of that. Because I don't still think I'm old enough to wear a whole tracksuit.
Oh, well, when I get to that age, I'm just gonna bust it out and be
With a
like, here
whole
goes my
tracksuit.
Ivy Park tracksuit
Vintage.
that I bought 2020.
Vintage. And the children and the grandkids are going to roll their eyes.
So I done went ahead and I got this Ivy Park. Shout out to Beyonce because shit, I ordered it on Thursday.
And
No,
it was-
I ordered Wednesday. What day was it? Wednesday.
I feel like it was here in 12 hours. She got 2 hour Amazon shipping.
I ordered it one day and the next day I got it. I was like, damn,
I
okay.
said, Beyonce need to be in charge of the mail post office.
I said, okay, Beyonce.
Beyonce for postmaster.
So I was like, all right, then let me go ahead and let me go for a little run.
Mm-hmm.
Let me also let me take some pictures. Let me take some pictures for the
He's so
gram.
much. He is
Let me stun on these niggas.
Yep.
Cause I'm scrolling through the gram, ain't nobody got it. Everybody talking about it. I said, let me stun on these niggas.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Guess who Ivy Park came in?
What?
Mine.
What? Hold on. What happened?
I was had to stun on them niggas.
What?
So I'm out there doing a little impromptu photo shoot
But in the golden hour of Silicon Valley.
in the golden hour. So I'm looking all crisp and clean. Skin is glistening. Black folks in golden hour is just amazing.
It's amazing. It's made for us.
So for those who don't know, golden hour is a amount of time where like the sun as the sun setting or sun rising, as the rays go through the clouds, it gives like this nice orange haze. There's like perfect lighting for shooting outside.
And black people, brown people, I would say.
Yes, and black and brown people. So I'm out there. I told Nayan, it's like, hey babe, like I'm about to go do a little impromptu photo shoot, blah blah blah. So I'm out there shooting. So I go to this little area where, it's almost like a dead end.
Yeah.
But it's like a gate. It has a little bridge. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a lot of shooting here. So two big ass Suburbans pull up. So I'm like, oh,
I've been
fuck.
scared.
I'm thinking to myself like, shit, it's about
Here
to
we
go
go.
down.
Here we go. If we was in
It's about to
Detroit,
go
it's a
down.
wrap.
So, I'm still taking my pictures, but I'm still keeping an eye on them.
On the swivel.
I didn't turned around, flip the camera towards them and started taking pictures of their license plates.
Oh my God.
Because, in California, their license plates is in the front of the car as well.
Yeah. Yep.
So next thing you know, as I'm taking pictures, excuse me.
Is it
I
schools
turn.
or ski?
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
SK.
Yeah.
SKUSE.
I turn because, I'm still looking at these people. And the woman who was driving one of the big ass Suburbans got no teeth in the front. Missing a couple teeth.
That shit.
Are you shooting a music video?
Niram, remind people how many people was out there with you.
Just me. Me, my cell phone, and a tripod.
I'd be scared they steal my iPhone. I'm like, you ain't stealing from me today.
Thankfully, I got insurance on that, so they
Yeah.
could have it.
Yeah.
So, are you shooting a music video?
Nigga. Oh my
No.
goodness. I was gonna go with Niram because the Lord knew I couldn't handle that interaction.
I'm like, nah. So, going back. Are you shooting for cheaters?
Bye.
What? I mean, you got here by yourself. You got this camera, and we cheating, but
Hold
Doing
on,
this to make
pause,
sure you
pause.
ain't-
What they said they was doing.
we cheating.
Second pause. Did y'all know Peter Guns now the new host of Cheaters? Desus and Mero told me. My cousins Desus and Mero told me that Peter Guns is the new Peter Guns. Yes, you heard me fucking correctly. From Love and Hip Hop New York, from Amina Butterfly, and that whole crew, and Tahiri. Tahiri. I
Yeah.
forgot the name. The other girl. Peter Guns is the cheat. How is the king cheater gonna be the host of the
Hey,
Cheaters?
because he does
Stevie
it best.
J missed this calling.
He did.
And he gonna get on there and they're like, yeah, I can really relate to this. Being a cheating ass nigga.
Yes, he can.
And y'all just go watch the preview with Cheaters with Peter Guns.
Are
Finish.
you from Cheaters?
Nigga, I ain't
I
know
mean-
Cheaters still come on. What network does Cheaters
I
come
don't
on?
know. And I'm laughing
And
like,
y'all
nah.
know what Cheaters is. For the babies who was born in 95, Cheaters is a show I feel like been on since the 80s, but it really hasn't. I think it started in the early 2000s. And it's literally they go around and catch people who cheated, and they be acting like they undercover cops. And they be black and white, and they be fighting, and the people run up on the folks. Literally, it's been episodes of Cheaters, they fucking in the front seat. And they be like, get out of there, Leroy.
I mean, we over here cheating. I'm like, look, listen here. So I'm like, I'm minding my business.
You gotta tell me if you cheating, if you own
Yeah,
it.
because it's like if you shoot for cheaters, you got to tell us that you own it. And I was like,
I am not a law official. I don't have to tell you shit.
so I'm like, listen here.
That's
I'm
why I
minding my motherfucking business, trying to take pictures in this Ivy
And it's
Park.
golden power.
And it's golden hour, and I'm starting to sweat. Now I want to sweat out this outfit and shit.
Make it
I'm
must-
minding my business.
You
Y'all
do.
can mind y'all business, and we'll be cool. Okay, so you ain't for cheaters. No. I'm just minding my business over
See,
here.
If Nayambi was there, I don't know which way it would have went. Like I might have had to cuss them out, or I would have gotten their business.
What you taking pictures of then? Me. Me, nigga.
This feel like really some Detroit crackhead shit.
And then, so, I done moved, re-angling my camera.
You're
and
better
shit
than me. I
like
wouldn't
that.
have no conversation.
So, and then, excuse me.
SKUSE.
So I turned back and said, what?
Why are you? Oh my God. God knows I couldn't have been there.
You want to buy some weed?
Niram, wherever Niram goes, in America or outside America, they ask him do he want to buy drugs. No one has ever asked me did I want to buy drugs.
When I was in Portugal, they asked me
without
if I
ever
want
knowing
coke.
me. Without no one has ever outwardly people don't even ask me do I want to smoke weed with them, and weed is legal in California.
You want to buy some weed?
No.
No.
Who the fuck are you? A police? Nah, I'm flipping on them. Are you undercover? You got to tell me.
And then here they go. Excuse me. I just want to say you look nice in that Adidas outfit.
Was they white?
No. Yes.
Don't they need to be fucking in the corner somewhere?
I said, I thought y'all was cheating.
Don't they need to be fucking behind a garbage can?
Mind y'all fucking business.
They trying to get caught. You know what? What is it? Cocaine is a powerful drug. I think that was a heroin. Is a powerful drug. Y'all ease up on that shit. How did you, God? You know when I make the prayer every night, Lord, don't put me in the way of no harm. Lord, if it ain't meant for me, just say it ain't meant for me. Cause that situation, y'all would have seen Nayambi on the Silicon Valley News.
Yeah.
Were you not in shock, Nero?
No, because I'm a master of like trying to de-escalate.
Niram is the dope fiend manipulator of de-escalating, and Nyambi is the opposite. I'm the escalator. I said, oh, well, we gonna do this? Like, I make a decision in my head about, I guess we're going to jail. Like, this is what we're doing. But Niram be so cool under high pressure situations that it almost shocks me. Like, that whole situation, I'm like, we can't be talking. We're not friends. Like, I told you, as soon as Niram told me, I was like, oh, they trying to rob me. I go worst case scenario. But also, I think being a woman is a little to that. But I go worst case scenario. Because he was telling me the story. I was like, did they take your phone? And he was like, no. That's did they rob you?
No.
He was like, no. I was like, oh, they was just on that shit. And he was like, probably. And cheating.
Probably and cheating.
See, I want to get to the other side when you be like, well, why y'all cheating? What? Why don't y'all just be upfront with y'all people?
So,
oh my goodness.
So that's one check-in.
Now tell the truth, shame the devil.
Here's the other check-in.
Y'all get on there.
It's nothing to get on.
Get on them.
I didn't make it to Philly.
Don't leave it like that, nigga. It ain't because he missed the flight.
I'm trying to pregnant pause for dramatics.
Oh, I'ma just turn off Donald Trump me. Turn off the mic. Mic off.
I did not make it to Philly. So I was packed. Actually, I'm still packed, ready to go for Philly.
Near the suitcase is literally in the middle of our living room.
Suitcase is in the middle of the living room. My backpack is still packed. You know, everything ready to go. Woke up that morning and I'm, babe, you want to take, can you take out Mabel? You want me to drop you off or take an Uber, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'll take an Uber. I got I got a full tank of gas in my car. If you decide to go somewhere, take my car, blah, blah, blah. So I take out Mabel. As I'm taking out Mabel, I hear, bring, bring, bring. So it's my homeboy, one of the persons I'm supposed to be going to Philly with. And also I work out with him at the gym. So he's like, hey, bro. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? Like, I'm about to take out Mabel. And but I'll be there in a minute. Like, after I take out Mabel, I'm going to take an Uber. He's like, man, I got some bad news, dog. And I'm like, what's going on?
What is it?
What's going on?
Near
man?
empathy ears on. What you thought? Pause. What you thought the news was gonna be?
Like his brother wasn't going or something like that. Because he didn't say like, he's like, hey man, I got some bad news. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay, what?
Like, what's going on?
We're from Detroit. We're able to receive it. What is it?
Like his brother going, or like we didn't get enough funding because we was raising funds to get money, whatever. It's like, hey man, you're gonna need to pay whatever. Or because this food, it's a whole lot of things. But one of the things, like, he bought us one-way first-class tickets to Philly.
Which makes me nervous.
Which makes me nervous as well. But I'm like, hey, go ahead and buy that ticket back for me. But he's like, no, man, like, this is my first time ever being on the East Coast ever. Like, I want to see
this
DC,
is not the time to go to the African American Museum.
And I want to go to see the African American Museum.
It's not the time.
First of all, nigga, it's a pandemic.
It's not the time. You're going to have to wait a year.
Nigga, it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so what's going on, man? What's going on? Where apparently I've tested positive for COVID. I said, oh, that's not bad news.
That is devastation.
Is terrible news.
That is devastation.
That is horrible, terrible news.
You sent the text and you called me.
I said, what?
What?
Yeah, so apparently I tested positive for COVID. I said, oh, Lord.
What?
The meme and shit. So I'm over here like doing the calculations in my head.
Sarah Paulson meme come up. The Einstein one.
Yes.
Look.
The Einstein meme. I said, oh shit. When you get tested? I got tested on Tuesday, so I'm still doing the shit. When?
You said what time? What time?
Oh, I got tested before we worked out on Tuesday. Oh my God. Oh shit. What? Well shit, I gotta go get tested now too. Well, man, I'm not feeling any symptoms.
Shut up.
So, like, the only person that know I might got COVID is you. Like, I think it's a false positive because I feel good.
Nigga,
listen,
no. Donald Trump. Listen, Proud Boy.
So I'm like, you got to tell everybody we done worked out with. You got to tell the gym. What for? Nigga. I said, no, you need to hang up now.
And call everybody.
And I was like, well, who the fuck you get it from? Because, like, I was like, on Tuesday, like, of course we worked out, but, like.
We outside, we over air. What's going on?
Yeah.
What happened to get you to that point? We in an
open air gym.
Yeah.
Because, like, the gym that we work out at is pretty much like a warehouse.
Yeah.
They got, like, these big-ass, like, slider doors that's like on all four sides of the building.
With fans.
Because
Yeah.
it's like a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
So like it's like a mechanic shop that's turned into a gym. So you got you got them big ass bay mechanic doors for
Yeah.
each things. So it's like 4 of them there. Mm-hmm. And where we worked out, nobody was at. Because we usually do like a lot of functional stuff. And I was like, well, actually, like we didn't work out that much like together because you had to take a phone call to figure out like our trip for Philly. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, well, who do you think you got it from? He's like, I don't know. Like I wear a mask around everybody. And he's like, you know what?
This is a baby who born in 95.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. I did see my brother.
What?
What? When?
I'm thinking it's the brother who live here. I'm like, well, you all live together. That's not
Right.
new. Yeah.
Say, that nigga wear a mask. Like, no, my other brother. He stay in L.A.
What?
And he drove
the
up.
hot pot, the
And-
armpit, the coochie, the yeast infection of COVID in
Yes.
California. Get the fuck out of here.
And when he came up, we didn't wear a mask. I was just so excited to see my
Shut
brother.
your mouth.
I ain't wear a mask, and he ain't wearing one either.
Looking
I
like
think
a
I got it from
statistic.
him. I said, nigga, what? What the fuck? Type of bullshit? I'm cussing this nigga out. And I'm like, so you fucking up my whole style right now. Like, we can't go to Philly. I'm canceling this Uber. We need to just cancel everything. Nah, man, I think this might be a false positive. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You got a positive test.
Yes.
Now I got to go get tested, and I got to go tell my lady I possibly got COVID, which means she got COVID too.
Pause. Y'all know who his lady is. Me. Before you go more in that story, tell them what was going through your mind on that. And tell them where I've been.
So Nyambi has not been anywhere. Nyambi goes to the grocery store,
Every 2 weeks.
Target.
Every 2 weeks. And I do it the same day.
Trader
Miriam, no.
Joe's.
Every 2 weeks on Friday morning, I get up and do what I got to do. Early.
Target, Trader
Trader
Joe's,
Joe's. Come-
sometime the grocery store, and
Sometimes.
then whenever we go out to eat.
Yeah. And it's the quick.
And it's usually quick. We usually eating outside, whatever.
Quick. I'm getting
So I'm over here like, nigga, you are bringing problems to my fucking
it.
lifestyle.
Because I ain't get it from nobody. I ain't been around, unless Mabel got it. I ain't been around nobody.
This is the closest thing I felt to like cheating on someone, and then like they call you and say, hey,
I'm being sweet in the morning.
like, hey, I got crabs, or hey, I got gonorrhea,
A STD.
and I want to tell you about it. And it's like, you are fucking up my fucking life right now. Because now I got to go tell my people. I got to go tell my main woman at home.
And that's the only person Miriam got to tell. Because he ain't been around nobody.
Exactly.
And I haven't been around no one, so I have no one to tell except Mabel.
So I've only been around Nyambi and this nigga, and only at this nigga with the gym, and we always wear masks. So I'm like, nigga, you are fucking up the whole fucking lifestyle. You are fucking up the bubble. Because I'm like, nigga, you got to realize that you are a part of people bubbles.
Yeah.
We had an agreement here. Like, you wear a mask everywhere you go. Like, we are the bubble, nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like, so now I got to cuss your ass the fuck out.
I wear an N95 everywhere I go.
Yes.
Even if I'm walking Mabel and ain't nobody else outside, I got an N95 on.
I said, now I got to cuss you the fuck out because I'm going to get cussed out when I go home.
And how did you feel when you walked through the house?
I'm like, fuck.
Because you was moving slow. Because I was like, dang, I thought they flight leave at noon. It's getting 10:30.
Right, because Nyambi calling me. I'm walking Mabel because, like, as soon as he's like, hey, man, I got bad news. I'm like, well, let me take out Mabel on this
We
walk.
can talk. Yeah.
And then here comes this nigga. Apparently, I got COVID. Apparently, my ass, nigga, you got a positive test or
test.
not? I got a positive test. Oh, well, nigga, you got COVID. But I don't feel nothing.
Shut up, asymptomatic.
Oh, stupid ass nigga.
Eating Tide Pods. And walking through.
So
when you-
I'm going through all this shit. And meanwhile, going through this, I remember at like the
and
like
I'm
I
off
said,
from work. I took this day
all
off.
this shit is going on, right? And then I remember, fuck, Nyambi had the fucking sniffles 2 days in a row.
Yes, I was like, Near, I think it's my allergies. Like, because honest, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Since COVID, I ain't dust this house. This house dusty. I put my little piece of mop down and do my little vacuum, but I ain't dust. And out here, we got our windows will get dusty. So I was like, oh, between the windows being open at night, the fan, the dust, like me and Mabel get our little allergies every now and then. And I even to the point where I was worried. I was like, Lord, I done got the COVID from Trader Joe's. Cause I was like, dang, I got this stuff. And I was spacing myself from you and making sure I didn't have fever or anything like that. And you even was like, no, I think you just got allergies.
Yeah, I'm like, because, I'm blowing it off like, nigga, you sleep with the window open.
Yeah.
Like you get cold at night.
Like
you
I
probably
even
just
adjusted. Like I closed the window, dusted, all that type of stuff.
He's like, because like I have a sore throat. Is
Yeah.
that part of COVID? It's like, no.
Not sore throat, the sniff. I'm running
Yeah.
like my nose. I was like, I didn't have a sore throat because I would have been worried if I had a sore throat. But like I was not congested, but I feel like my nose was running, and like my eyes were itchy. And Darren was like, I don't think those are symptoms of
Like itchy eyes is not COVID symptoms. Miami. It's psychosomatic.
Yeah.
You know, Miami got a coworker that every week she checks her into the ER. And
Every week I have a coworker that go to the ER who be like, and they'll text me, Nayan, I'm heading to the ER.
I'm headed to the ER. I think I got it.
I ain't never seen somebody who wanted COVID so bad, and they still don't have it. Like the doctors have to be like, listen, sis, you got to be immune. And she done to the antibodies that she ain't had it, nor does she got it now. Every week she go to the doctor,
So I'm like, trips canceled.
and I'm like, canceled.
And I was like, no, first of all, I was like, we got to figure out if we can get rapid tests. Like,
Yes.
like I'm not getting on the plane and I'm not getting near you unless we go get rapid tested today. Like, find a rapid testing place. So we looking, can't find that. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, I got to just get an old school test and wait the 48 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, I come upstairs, you know, Naomi, you know, because Naomi had called me and say, hey, I was calling you. Like, should you be catching Uber right
Yeah,
now?
because I was gonna come get Mabel. I was like, well, maybe Mabel's stomach upset or like she's sick or something. I can come get her so you can go.
I'm like, get dressed. Get dressed? Yes, get dressed. What was going on? Such and such tested positive for COVID. What?
And the hell broke loose.
What the fuck?
What you, I ain't been nowhere.
I ain't been nowhere
Nowhere.
near him.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Just to go get my 3-layer hummus at Trader Joe's. Every
And you
14
done brought
days.
this shit back to me. Just like that's what I was
home.
like, to our home. So that means Mabel got it too. I said, what? You talking out your head. I said, I'm about to find a place to go get tested, go get dressed. Nah.
No, you go.
You go, nigga. Because you got it. I know I got it too. It ain't no point in wasting all these goddamn tests. But I want you to know that I ain't been no fucking where.
Nowhere. Ain't seen a
I
friend.
wear N95 everywhere I go. I ain't seen
a
no friend.
not a coworker, and they've been going to
Nothing.
places I want to go.
I be at home. I turn down everything and say, no, I'm good. No, I'm all right. And then you and this nigga done brought the shit back to me.
I thought y'all doing sit-ups,
Thought y'all niggas was wearing masks.
doing mass, open air gym. Shouldn't been no case to catch it.
So I'm searching. So I'm on the phone with this nigga. Hey, man, bro, I can't find no rapid test.
Duh, it's booked.
I said, nigga, because it's fucking Friday.
Yes. Everybody
Countdown.
trying to get down somewhere.
I said, well, you need to call the airport and get your, airline and get your money back. Because,
Yeah.
like,
You can't get on that plane.
you can't get on that plane.
Dangerous.
Not with no positive test.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
False positive or not. Like, you can't get on this plane.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm going to cancel this Airbnb. So, I go get tested. And so, you know, I go get tested. His girlfriend go get tested. His roommate go get tested. All this other stuff, right? So, you know, now we just sitting. So now every time I look at Nyambi, you brought this shit to me.
Bring this home to me.
You brought
I felt
this
like a Tyler
home
Perry
to
extra.
me.
I feel like a Tyler Perry movie.
You brought this bullshit to me, Niram. How dare you, Niram?
You're about to get up out my house.
You about to move in with that nigga
That's why I said they about to live together.
because I can't do this.
And I drop Mabel off every 2
I'm
weeks
not
when I go to
planning
Trader
on
Joe's.
I'm not planning on getting COVID.
At all. Like, it
At
was
all.
not my goal to get COVID because I was doing what I need to do to remain safe. I'm doing what Dr. Fauci told me to do.
So get the test. Now, you know, the new test, it's not even a brain tickle. Like, she just literally took a Q-tip and just rubbed it around my nose. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not in the brain tickle no more. So, you know, I'm go there and she's like, you know, what's going on? Like, you feeling any symptoms? I said, no.
Do you feel shamed?
I said, no. I was around somebody who said they tested positive. It's like, oh, wow. Like, are you feeling
This is her.
symptoms?
Ooh.
No.
Bing, bing, bing.
When did he get his positive test? Today. Oh.
Ooh. This-
When
this
the
her-
last time
wow.
you came in contact with him? Tuesday.
Ooh.
Oh.
Look, she doing all the
Look.
check.
When did he get tested? Before he seen me on Tuesday. Ooh. Did you wear a mask? Yes.
Yes. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
That's 1 point.
Do you feel any symptoms? Now I'm over here trying to figure out if I have a psychosomatic system.
Now you breathing.
Look,
Sometimes I do have trouble
I'm touching
breathing.
myself.
That's just obesity. That's just.
I said no. I said, however, my partner, she has the sniffles. Ooh.
Y'all fucked. That's what she wanted to say. But God.
So get test. Wait the longest 48 hours of my life. I woke up to a text message because, like I say, his girlfriend, him, his roommate
Everybody
all
had
got
to.
tested, right?
Yep.
So his girlfriend got tested. Got her test backs first. So she texted me and said, "Hey, I'm negative."
Yeah, because that's literally was the only fault. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And his roommate was like, "Hey, bro, I just want to let you know I'm negative too." So then I'm still
I'm
waiting.
the only one. Meanwhile, my runny nose has subsided and my eyes no longer itch.
So meanwhile, I'm waiting on mine.
I told
and
them
then-
don't come near me.
And then it's like, it's negative. And he goes to Nyambi. Now you need to have a conversation with him. You got to train him up, teach him up about this bullshit.
Yep.
And bubbles and things of that sort. So to say I did not go to Philly, it saddens me.
But we had a then we went right into the election.
And then we went right into the election. However, I did do some text banking. I did a couple of phone bank stuff.
Yes.
Just to, still do
your
my
part.
part. And then today, because this all happened on Friday, today he's like, "Hey, bro, I got a negative test. Like my
Shut
test
up.
came back negative." And it's like, he's like,
Yes.
"I don't know what to do. Like, I'm confused. Like, am I positive? Am I negative? Like, I don't know."
Both.
I said, "I don't know, bro, but I'll see you in 10 days." And here comes Naomi. Y'all niggas can't work out no more. Y'all niggas on
No
punishment.
more. Now Nerum is in the bubble of Nyambi and Mabel.
Y'all niggas can't work out
If y'all
no
want to
more.
see each other, be at Trader Joe's in the parking lot.
At
'cause that's
Trader
the
Joe's
only
in the
way.
parking lot.
Because that's the only way.
So that was my COVID scare. I don't have it. I came
don't.
out negative.
Neither do I.
Maybe it was truly a false positive.
But also, he healthy as hell, though. Like, y'all, we talking about 95, 25. I'm sorry, born in 1995, eat Tide Pods, can do chin-ups. Right? Like, he has better health. And I would assume someone in that stage of health, even if they have it, will have a better chance at pushing through. Now, we got obesity. Let it hit our lungs. Okay? So, I don't know. You can still get it. And, I'm no scientist, but I would say the virus of COVID is evolving with us. And it might not look like it did 5 months ago when it first came out. So, it still was, it was what it was.
And that stupid nigga, man, because he's like, I feel good. Like the media makes it seem like
Shut
this
your
ain't
mouth.
like I'm
You,
on my
you
deathbed.
can do, what's it called? What's that hard exercise?
EKG
No, what's the exercise? Hard exercise.
cardio
No. You said just any cardio is hard. No, I'm talking about when you can lift your whole body weight.
pull-ups.
Yeah. Everybody can. What's the average person who can do a pull-up? Like,
I
what's
don't
the percentage
know.
of like literally 5% of people are going to do more than 10 pull-ups. You're in that category, so you're an outlier, sir. So I would hope that it wouldn't affect your respiratory and cardiac health as bad.
And I was like, dog, I don't know about that because I still got 2 family members who died. from
Die.
it.
People are dying.
He's like, oh yeah, you're right.
You gotta raise up these children.
Oh, stupid.
So that was all our days. But you can imagine, that's the sugar-coated version. So you can imagine, I feel like I had times when I just woke up in the middle of the night and was looking at them. Like them Lifetime movies when the black woman a woman just wake up and look at their husband while they sleep. That's what I did.
So
Just look, and he's sleeping good. I said, look at this super spreader sleeping good.
Nyambi, and y'all don't know this, or maybe y'all do. Nyambi got one of those touchless thermometers, and she got one of those post socks machines. And here comes Nyambi checking me every fucking 5 minutes, checking
Every hour.
me, Mabel.
Mabel got this
And
too.
her.
I made sure Mabel ain't the first canine. Look at spread it, honey. We ain't about to have a super spreader event up in here.
So
And then there I'm talking about let's go out. I said we can't go nowhere. We in the house, and this is why I done stocked up with Trader Joe's. We eating these Trader Joe's meals for the next till this result come back.
it was some bullshit.
It was some bullshit. We gonna do the thing we've been tiptoeing around.
What's that?
Election day.
It's still going on.
Ooh, it is still it's gonna be election month.
So as we recording this, it is now Wednesday at 5:36 p.m. And I still don't think they
Hit a refresh. Let's see if anything else new
Let's
done
see.
happened. Oh, we at 264. According to Google.
According to Google, who uses Associated Press.
Oh, well, Associated Press has been giving out shit. But yeah, Biden has 264 electoral college, and Mr. Donald Trump has 214.
Let's see, New York Times.
I was gonna say I like New York Times. New York Times has been one of the best subscriptions I've purchased in a while. What you about to look it up, see what they say on New York Times?
Yeah.
New York Times look like they calling it. Oh no, that's just New York. Ooh, that made me nervous. I didn't know what was happening. New York be taking some do 2020
I'm trying to figure out how to get
right
there.
here.
Where?
Hit right there where it say 2020 in red and
Oh.
blue.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
So according to New York Times,
New York Times at this point. Oh, you ain't doing it incognito. I think it's at 253. But you can go. We'll cite. We just cite our source. We'll go to Google.
yeah. So Associated Press got him at 264.
And what they say. I'm a killer.
Hey.
To the white meat show. We did a whole Bernie Mac marathon. I'm hurt you to the white meat show. Quiet. Quiet. Go now.
So apparently, Michigan, Arizona,
Yep.
and now we're waiting on Nevada. If he wins Nevada, if he wins any other state,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
Oh, so they're tentatively trying to give it to Nevada.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, they giving Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. They're giving to.
Well, he's in the league in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
that's what the light skin. I'm gonna say light skin. That's
Yeah.
what the light mean.
And like that is
First of all, Pennsylvania's taking way too long to count votes, and I want to be like, they ain't got no black people votes.
and like Georgia, he's
Like
definitely
100,000, yeah.
closing these gaps
Show list.
between Georgia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. He's still got ways to go,
Yeah,
but Nevada, I think he's in the lead.
yeah. I mean, all this shit.
But
is
Nevada
tight.
said they ain't posting that until tomorrow.
Yeah, Nevada's like, how is tomorrow at noon at lunch?
So if that's it, then that'll be it for Nevada.
Yeah.
That'll be it. So
You
either
know,
way,
yeah, it's gonna be something. We gotta take care of ourselves. So first of all, before we get into election night, I'll have Near and walk us through that. But shout out to just Obeezy. Obama came in and showed up and showed out. He was just going through Detroit, all these cities, sinking 3-pointers, being moisturized. Y'all ain't see Michelle Obama out there, huh?
no. Shelly ass at home.
She said, I'm tired. I'm not. Go watch my Netflix special.
Shelly is not fucking with y'all niggas.
But just shout out to the era of Obama. We lived through the Obama era, and how grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and now walk us through election night.
So election night,
I barely worked.
I didn't work because I ain't tell my people.
Honestly, it's a tradition for me to take off work the next day, but I think every time there's a presidential election, I'm just taking that week off.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't
think
even
that's
play
the
no
tradition.
more.
I don't want to even work the whole week. I think I'm gonna just make that. And honestly, hopefully COVID will be gone. I preferably would like to be on the island on a vacation while this is
Yes.
happening. Go ahead.
So we going through Biden in the league. We waiting. Let me tell you one thing. This red Mirage.
When that red mirage swept across that map, all I thought I seen, I didn't know it was the blood of the devil. I didn't know what I saw.
said, oh my God, this nigga got it. But then
What?
fucking Joe Biden
I'm gonna say Joe Biden. Mm-hmm.
they came out and made an announcement and said, wait till the votes come in.
I'm winning.
I'm going to win.
Yeah.
And this thing came with the most white man, big dick energy I ever seen in my life.
Yes.
They came on to say, we going to win.
He made me confident in him. I was like, well,
I
okay.
said, oh,
Well, Uncle Joe said he won.
Joe, what Joe know that we don't
He
know?
Olivia Pope must have whispered to him and said it was handled.
Because he said, we going to win.
We just gotta
watch
wait till
and
these
see.
votes come through.
Wait till these votes come in. We going to win.
Yeah.
Look, I took a thing of, what was the CNN that says, breaking news. Biden today, I respect the count. I'm winning, and I'm going to unify the U.S.
It was a lot though. Last night or the night of the election, I told myself I shouldn't have watched it, and I know better, and I should have protected my peace, but I just couldn't. It was like, you just can't look away from something that's bad, and I know I couldn't do it. And it was just, I think something I had to process, and I'm still going to be processing with my therapist after, is truly how close this election is. So before or 4 years ago, I think, don't get me wrong, I still was in shock, processing, cry, all of the above. But I could talk myself to be like, America's wanted to change. They wanted to try something different. Obama left them in a comfortable spot. People got jobs. People feeling real froggy, so they jumped.
Yeah.
But fast forward 4 years, what the fuck? Are niggas real, like white people? They ain't niggas. This is not black people. This is not black people. Let's be clear about that. So we can stop blaming ourselves. This is white people. Preferably white males, and I'm saying the Latino vote. But Latinos came for us for Nevada and Arizona. But we'll get to Georgia and Texas a little bit later. But white folks, are they either that racist or that tied to their money that they won't let it go? Right? Like, I would love to see a town hall with white people to be like, because some of them just racist and they love all this rhetoric and things of that nature. But are people that tied to their money, or think their money is that this economy is doing well because of Donald Trump, and that's what they're willing to vote? Like, they're willing to vote to have babies continue to be locked in jail, taking rights away for who can and can't be married, having people access to health care. Like, all these things are okay to you. Having women's rights set back generations, like not having lynching as not a crime or unconstitutional. Like, how does that align with anyone's core values? Where before you didn't know that, right? You didn't know that's how deep we was gonna go on this.
Right.
Before we are nitpicking, talking about tax breaks and the stuff, but the stuff we're arguing now is not about tax breaks. And I would argue that people are more important than money
Right.
or any economy. And then for white folks to be so emboldened to be like, I don't care about people, I care about my money, or I care about my representation. Like, that's the piece that and I know colonizers are crafty, but it's just like, yeah, as a brown person, I already know the truth about colonizers. I hope a lot of these white folks are taking motherfucking inventory of their brethren around them. Because that is some colonizer, white rooted American shit. That is not something that's popping off in the brown communities in America. That is a white folks thing. They need to go heal. That don't blow your mind there? I'm like processing that.
No, it does. I think
I thought this was going to be an Obama era blowout.
I thought so too, but you also got to remember is that these Hill Has Eyes motherfuckers have came out, the ones that be fucking their cousins and their sisters, have came out of the world works, and now are emboldened and empowered by Donald Trump. And I think that by that being done, they don't give a fuck what's going on, because it's almost like being a part of a cult.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they are brainwashed.
Yeah. Because I'm like, how does that make sense?
Because it affects them. I would say it affects
More.
them the most.
They the ones who need the health care.
They're the one that's on. They're the ones who don't have no teeth. They the one.
No teeth, no jobs. They be in them coal
Right.
mines catching black lung and shit. They be working at these industrial jobs with no unions, with no minimum wages, no overtime, no OSHA ain't working. This affect them.
Right.
And I think that's the piece that I'm like, what am I missing here?
And y'all know I'm being sarcastic, but like,
Yeah.
because they fucking cousins and sisters.
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly.
But like, I gotta put
Playing.
that out there because motherfuckers will probably try to use this shit against me.
No, but I know what you mean, like holistic. Like, we
But
know
like
everyone that do that.
holistically, like on some shit, like these motherfuckers are the ones who don't have the most rights. These are the people who, like I said, working at coal mines
or
who-
in industries that are evolving, and America's not evolving to meet that need,
No.
and therefore they're going to lose their job. Like, that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're in these jobs and their safety precautions are not in place, which is equally bad, right? Like, people should be able to go to work and not worry about catching cancer.
and then you got the people who's just in like rural areas.
And honestly, white poor people are the ones who benefit the most from any type of services from the government.
Yes.
That is the number one population. White women, actually. But poor white people receive the most government assistance across the fucking board.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans don't like that. So you think they just gonna take it away from black and brown people? Oh, they sweeping all of that shit.
Right.
But yeah.
Like they're the original welfare queens. and
Queens.
kings.
Yeah, they trying to put that on us. We have one or two ones who take it too far, take advantage of the system. But it's like, but y'all use this.
Right.
We don't, half the times it's so many barriers in place that we can't use it. And then we're not even gonna talk about our other brown folks who are immigrants who don't even get access to it, who truly need the support, who are truly coming to America for a new start, who's looking for a way to begin their life here, who should get health insurance and should get access to food and safe housing.
And I think that's another thing that gets me is like, I don't understand about these the Latinx community who are voting for Trump. And it's
I
like-
don't. I need someone to tell me.
Like, are your cousins not dreamers?
Yeah, what there's a lot of like, well, I'm American. And I get that because I'm American too. But I just think about the cultural heritage of your people.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like,
Like,
it's crazy. Like, how can you
I
wave the Cuban flag in one hand and then like Trump flag in another? Like, that just don't make sense when you got Trump people that's telling your ass to go back to Cuba. Or where the fuck you came from.
I don't know. Or this fear of being socialist. We ain't nowhere near that in America.
No.
That ain't gonna happen. The way we set up, the way we like that green dollar, that ain't gonna work no way for Democrats or Republicans. So get that out your head. So I think I'm actually having more of a reckoning with that, to be like, how does this make sense? Is the hate, is the disdain that strong? Or is it literally just about the money? Is it business is business, is strictly financial?
But money for
know.
who though? It's
No,
definitely
it's not them.
It's not them.
Yeah, because some of the richer people voted for the Democrats.
It's not
I don't
them.
know.
And the thing is, the 1% still gonna be the 1%, even when they pay out the
It don't
taxes.
matter who. Listen, the 1% still gonna be the 1%.
Uncle Jeff.
How much I owe now? An
Uncle-
extra 100. Cool.
Uncle Jeff still make trillions of dollars.
Let me add an extra Prime Day
even
to make
after
this.
paying McKinsey, her portions.
Who's one of the richest women in the world?
After paying McKinsey, this nigga is still the richest man in history in our whole lifetime.
To make up the taxes, he's just gonna do another Amazon Prime Day.
Exactly.
Throw another Prime on them niggas. So I'm processing that, y'all, and let me know what you're going through. We did have a weak moment. We ate cookies and wine. You want
Yes.
to talk about that, Nero? We almost made it. It was about 8 p.m. and we just broke down.
Because I think what
When we
happened
threw
was
it
that,
out.
that red mirage came. Let me tell you.
It was too much.
There was just so much stressfulness going on. I kept telling them, I want some fucking cookies, nigga. Like, stop playing. And there's this cookie place that only sells cookies and milk. And these cookies are big as
Two
my...
types of cookies, honey. Not even a variety.
These cookies are about as big as my face.
Yep.
And I was like, I just need one of them. Even though they sell 4 and they only do 4, I just need one. And he goes, Naomi, well, I'm going to go down to the grocery store and get some.
That's the only place I go.
Like, eat some Easy Bake cookies. I said, no.
Because them cookies got to be 5,000 calories for one cookie. At least with the little toaster ones, we can eat the 2, 3 and just have 300 calories and know what we eat and sit down.
So we had the cookies, and then what else we had? We had some wine, and then we had some tequila.
I think we did good though, but we made it.
We made it on.
The only other thing I want to highlight is I'm a little disappointed. I'm not sure if the Senate stuff has been updated. I don't know if we have taken control of the Senate or not, but it's been a mess with that. Why did dead people win in elections? Did y'all see what happened with North Dakota? It was somebody who died from COVID and they end up winning a seat. What the fuck is going on with that? Also, can we talk about this motherfucking name, Madison Cawthorn, 25-year-old white boy from North Carolina who's weaponizing being in the underrepresented group. He is a straight up white boy. The folks with disabilities, go get your brethren here. He actually was in a car accident and he was like paralyzed, like from the neck down, or he was paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair. When I tell you this 25-year-old got this seat with no experience, the only thing he keeps saying is that he understands where people coming from because he's a person with disability. And he is a straight up Donald Trump supporter and known racist. He got over 50% in the vote. You know who he lost to? I forgot his name. I think it's Mo Davis, who is a war vet, an air pilot. And not only that, he was a prosecutor against, what's the folks down in the Cuba where they was doing the waterboarding?
Oh, waterboarding?
Yeah.
Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah. Who stood up and was like, this is wrong. This is unethical. If you do not stop it, I'm going to leave because I cannot oversee this. That is his track record. But Madison, a 24-year-old white boy who's weaponizing his disability and is a known racist and homophobic, won 50% in North Carolina. And then beat Mo Davis. Again, war vet, air pilot, fought against waterboarding.
In Guantanamo Bay.
So we're talking about 30 plus years of experience in the army and or politics. 25-year-old finished eating Tide Pods. Even the websites are different with the policies. Like, this is the bullshit that's still happening in America. In his policies, there's a policy where he's there to push back against AOC and her squad. That is literally in the writing. And to drain the swamp. He won over 50% of the vote. You got to be fucking kidding me. So between Madison winning over 53% of the vote and a dead person winning, what the fuck is going on with America? We should be embarrassed of all the bullshit that is going on and that's happening. Other than that, I took off the day after. I encourage y'all to also take off the day of work. It's the best decision I made. Now I can mentally go into work. And the only means I got are people of color. Yeah. So I don't even see white people to Friday. And I'm pretty sure by the time Friday get here, depending on what the election looks like, they'll probably cancel the meeting. Because I will say my folks do got a little emotional intelligence and the white people know when to fall back.
Yeah, especially if it's not, what's the name yet? Because, Nevada said they ain't gonna have that until tomorrow.
I know.
So
I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing to go check it out. Anything else you got about election? Now, it's down to Nevada, Pennsylvania. That's what's down to.
This is definitely a bitter one. I don't want to say a bitter one, but it was a nail biter. It still is a nail biter because we don't have an official ruling
Projected
yet.
winner, yeah.
But I think when it's all said and done, like there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yes.
You know,
This is not it.
hopefully the Senate takes it. You know, I know they was behind,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Because I think the thing is, the Senate seats that are up for grabs are the states that are slow on counting.
Yep.
So like Nevada, well, no, they didn't count. We're the ones that's like, what's the name is that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
But there's still some few states that that don't have what's the names yet.
Michigan, one of them.
Yeah.
That fucking John James. Y'all know how I feel
Ooh,
about him.
John James almost beat Gary Peters.
Yeah, it ain't done yet.
Shit, it's close as fuck.
It's very close.
So I think it's a nail biter. I think this is this shit here almost make me want to go into politics.
It make me honestly. I don't want to go into politics. I want to go on the election board. I want to figure out how to operationalize. How do we make this quicker? Because it shouldn't take this long.
You know, and I think the other thing is that I think it goes back to like why we don't have majority rules.
Yes.
Like why are we still on some of this old constitutional shit
Yeah.
that needs to
don't
be that doesn't work in 2020. Like of course you needed the electoral college when, you know, back in the day when people didn't even know hell a fucking election was going on, let alone like when slavery was up.
Yeah.
But now in 2020 where damn near everybody is connected to the web in some sort of way,
Yeah.
we don't need this electoral college shit no more. And I think a popular vote, like if we had a popular vote, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I agree.
If we had a popular vote, we wouldn't be in the situation with Donald Trump last year.
Nope.
In this last election.
Nope. For a lot of it needs to be popular.
I think if it was a popular vote, we wouldn't even be in this when it came with Baby Bush.
Yeah.
Because Al Gore ass would have won.
Yep.
And his ass would have had our fucking greenhouse gases down.
Stop, please.
So I think it's been multiple times where where the popular vote didn't win, but the electoral college won.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that needs to be done. I think ranked voting,
Yeah.
what they've done, I think in Maine and a couple other places who've agreed to do it. Like I think ranked voting needs to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of this stuff, a bunch of this stuff, like this election intimidation with these poor boys, with the poor boys and their guns.
It has to be illegal.
It is illegal, but they still come up with their guns
Yeah.
to the elections. And like I think there needs to be like more laws on that shit. Even like how like that caravan of Donald Trump supporters tried to stop that fucking bus for Biden.
It's crazy.
In Texas, right?
Sickening.
I think that there's a lot of shit that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm just, I won't say liberal, but like it's just some shit that's right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah, some shit needs to change.
Yeah.
And we got to do it. It's going to be us and the Tide Pod generation.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ones after Tide Pod generation?
I don't know what's out there, Tide Pods.
Yeah, we'll see some.
But it's crazy out here.
It is.
So, yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it. You going to close us on out?
Yeah, as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. Remember, that's black with no K. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to the website. We got that SoundCloud. We got that voicemail at 508-784-1111. Once again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.